We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
We welcome you to Arlington, Texas and Globe Life Park. On a beautiful night, a warm one, but a beautiful night in Texas. San Diego Padres are here to take on the Texas Rangers in the first of three as interleague play begins again. In the lineup tonight for the Texas Rangers, Adrian Beltre, 18 June games hitting at .303 with 3 homers and 13 RBIs. He has been on fire. On the other side, so is Manuel Margot for the Padres. 20 games in June, hitting at .359, and how about a .547 slugging percentage for Manuel Margot. Welcome inside the broadcast booth here at Globe Life Park in Texas. Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, tonight, Mud, we'll see Joey Lucchesi looking to bounce back. His first outing after being on the DL did not go well. What does he have to do differently tonight against this Rangers team?
Don, you said it, bounce back. He needs to bounce back. This is the big leagues. Hey, if it's learning at the big league level, so be it. Against the team, the Oakland A's, they like to hit the ball out of the ballpark in the middle of the pack in the AL. They like to swing. What did he do? Too many fat pitches over the heart of the plate. He's got to live on the corners, get to 2 strikes, wipe him out with that curve or that high fastball. The first inning was great. Gave up a double, 1, 2, 3 with 2 strikeouts. The second inning, hit batsman, a walk, back-to-back home runs, and they really rattled the left-hander. So he's got to go fire strikes and utilize the corners up and out of the zone. Stay out of the heart of the plate.
On the other side for the Texas Rangers, Cole Hamels has been very good, especially the last 2 times out.
Seems like he got better from last year as well. 34 years old, 12th Major League season. The breaking ball is much, much better this year. He's not relying so much on his fastball location. He's mixing in the cutter, the curveball, and the changeup. Much more depth on it. I say we keep our eye on 2 strikes tonight. Maybe he'll fool these hitters by going up and out of the zone with the fastball, but his money pitches have been the breaking balls.
Well, coming up, the Padres looking to keep their good defense going. It was outstanding defense yesterday in San Francisco and in that series. They'll try to keep it going in Big D. We come back to Texas with the first pitch coming your way next. Padres baseball brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers. Visit us at sdhondadealers.com. By Sequan Casino, opening in 2019, is Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By Petco, the pet company. And by Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. Well, welcome to Arlington, Texas and Globe Life Park as we get ready for game one of this three-game series between the Padres and the Rangers. It's time now to play Pick the Stick, who you're joining forces with in the Sequan Pick the Stick. Weigh in on Twitter for a chance to win a free lunch buffet for two at Sequan Casino. Just hashtag I'm with the last name of the broadcaster you want to join forces with. If they win, you could win too. One random winner selected nightly. You must be 18 and older to win. Follow us at Fox Sports SD for more details. It is on the warm side here tonight in Arlington, Texas. Time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny Honda dealers of San Diego County. 94 degrees in Arlington, southeast breeze at 14 miles per hour, and the forecast fair for the remainder of the night here in Arlington. The Padres shifting from San Francisco here to Texas, shifting from the National League to the American League, and back in interleague play once again. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, Annie Heilbrunn with you. And Andy Green's lineup look like this tonight, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Leading it off and in center field is Manuel Margot with Will Myers at first base. Hunter Renfroe's in right with Christian Villanueva at third base. Jose Perello's in left with A.J. Ellis as the DH. Freddie Galvis at short with Austin Hedges doing the catching, batting eighth. And Corey Spangenberg at second base, bats ninth for the Padres. Cole Hamels on the hill tonight for the Texas Rangers.
The San Diegan, 34-year-old, making his 16th start. He has certainly been around the block. Last 10 for him, he's gone 3-3, nice 2.81 ERA. He's on a roll. He's a very dependent starter. You can count on him once every 5 days. And is he on the move? His name is being thrown out there as the trade deadline, July 31st, quickly approaches, so stay tuned to that one. He could certainly help a ball club in a rotation. Let's take a look at the Rangers defense, brought to you by your San Diego Cadillac dealers behind Cole Hamels. Jurickson Profar, his 5th start at third base. Usually a shortstop. At shortstop, Elvis Andrus. At second base, Rougned Odor. Ronald Guzman at first base behind the plate. Robinson Chirinos in the outfield. Shin-Soo Choo. Delino DeShields in center. And Nomar Mazara in right for the Rangers.
Well, Manuel Margot has had a terrific June for the Padres. Been outstanding. Made some adjustments at the plate and really been rolling.
Crushing mistakes. I mean, there are, like that one we just saw, up and away, taking it that way. I think that plays well out of the mindset of that Manuel Margot has made since making those changes mechanically, and they're paying off. When you look at these hits here, he's just spraying the ball all over the field, foul pole to foul pole for Manuel Margot.
Now back to the leadoff spot again tonight for Margot. Of course, he had led off yesterday, doing it again today, and back in his rightful position where he was primarily all last year for the Padres, and making his way to the plate to get it started tonight in game one. Well, Cole Hamels in his 16th start of the year, ready to toe the rubber, coming in at 4-6, 3.41 earned run average for him, and ready for the first pitch tonight. Showed you off the top, his last two outings have been tremendous for him, and ready to work to Margot. The first pitch of the ball game. This one chopped to third. Profar, even with the bag at third, slings it across to first in time to get Margot. So one pitch and one out here in the first inning.
Let's see if these Padres hitters tonight go after the first pitch fastball. And the reason why I say that, Cole Hamels has been really mixing it up lately with his off-speed stuff. Maybe they want to avoid that breaking ball, that cutter, that slider, that curveball, and jump on that fastball if they get it early.
One out for Will Myers, batting in the 2 spot, and back at first base tonight. Eric Hosmer getting the game off. No injury of any kind, according to Andy Green. Just a night off for Hosmer. And Hosmer's got some tough numbers against Cole Hamels too, so not a bad night to give him off.
Kind of scuffling a little bit lately too.
Myers will foul it off to the right out of play.
Last 13 games for Eric, 182.
Myers coming in hitting at .275 so far this season, but much of the season spent on the DL for Will. Ooh, look out, almost got him. Jumps back out of the way of that 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
Let's see if Cole Hamels just bought that outside part of the plate now, after making Will Myers go back in the batter's box, move his feet.
Well, the numbers are staggering for Hamels against the Padres in his career. Having been a Padres fan as a kid, 9-2 with a 2.25 earned run average in 17 career starts against San Diego. Many of them coming in a Philadelphia Phillies uniform, as Myers with a swing and a miss strikes out 2 down here in the first inning. That'll bring up Hunter Renfroe with 2 outs here in the first.
Well, there's a breaking ball. It's either a cutter, was it like 85, maybe a slider. That's that little section into the right-handers about the size of a shoebox. Well, if he could find that early, he's going to have a good night.
2 down, and Hunter Renfroe jumping on the first pitch. He's after the breaking ball for strike 1. Hunter starting the night at .238. 4 homers and 19 runs batted in. Padres have one more win than the Rangers do this year. Padres at 35-45. The Rangers are 34-45. Renfroe fouls it off, and it hangs at 0-2. Padres have lost 7 of their last 8 games. Scoring runs has been a problem lately. Only 18 runs in the last 8 games. Joey Lucchesi on the mound tonight for the Padres, getting his second start, so it's coming off the DL. Renfroe will line this to left field. It'll get down over towards the left field corner. Shin-Soo Choo over to play it. Into second base goes Hunter Renfroe with a 2-out double. Padres have their first base runner to reach in the ball game.
It looked like Hunter was fooled a little bit by that breaking ball, but not fooled enough. Stayed back enough, and the hand stayed back. It was kind of out in front, speeding up his bat and putting this double. Oh, that looked like a changeup. Changeup down and away. Go out and get it.
The first inning has been a problem for Cole Hamels over the course of the year. He's allowed 10 first inning runs. And down and in for ball 1 to Villanueva. 229 coming in for Christian. 16 homers, 37 runs batted in. Mentioned the losses for the Padres lately. 7 of their last 8 games. The Rangers have been hot. They've won 7 straight until being shut out yesterday. So they've won 7 of their last 8 games.
You know, their starting rotation really isn't the best, but it's their bullpen that's been keeping them in games, and that's why they've been having that streak that they had prior to yesterday.
On the ground, foul outside of third, and it's 2-1.
I think a big key tonight, Don, is for these Padres hitters put the ball in play, because the word on the street is that the defense for the Rangers is awful. They do not catch the ball well.
Yeah, only the White Sox have made more errors on the year.
Talk about like outfield defense, routes they take, how much ground they cannot cover.
They've made 61 errors on the season. Padres have made 46 on the year. Runner at second with 2 down. The 2-2 will have to wait. Spiraling off the backside without a throw was Cole Hamels. Full count now. I believe he's fouled off some, taken some, and now in a full count with 2 down and a runner at second.
Hamels might pull the string here. First base open. Villanueva maybe a little anxious to try to drive that run in at second base.
In the air, down the left field line, and foul. Headed over is Profar, but no play. Well back into the seats.
Tried to bury a slider in on his hands. Cutter. But keeping an eye on that cutter from Cole Hamels, anywhere from 86 to 88. The curveball, he's thrown already this inning 78, 79, and he also has thrown his changeup. That was that ball that Hunter Renfroe hit down the left field line for the double.
Payoff pitch. And a pop-up foul backhand below us. Villanueva's battle continues here with Cole Hamels. We'll talk about where Hamels may end up. There's a limited no-trade clause. 20 teams on that no-trade clause. Eighth pitch coming in the at-bat, and a grounder down the third baseline that is a foul ball, apparently off the leg. And Villanueva got all the way down to Profar at third base. We'll do it again here, 3-2. Hamels has already said that he is interested in waiving his no-trade clause if he could go to the Yankees. Quite a statement already.
Yeah. Already a world champion with the Fightin' Phils. Integral part of that rotation the year they won it all.
2008.
Yeah, wants to win another one.
Swing and a miss on a pitch down and in, and Villanueva strikes out. Padres leave Renfroe at second. Rangers are coming up from Arlington. Jeff Bannister starting 9-9 for the Rangers, as Shin-Soo Choo is going to lead it off for Texas. The left fielder with Elvis Andrus at shortstop. Nomar Mazara is at right field, batting third with Adrian Beltre, the DH. Rougned Odor at second base. Jurickson Profar at third, with Robertson Chirinos doing the catching. Ronald Guzman at first base bats eighth, and Delano DeShields in center field in the ninth spot for the Rangers. On the hill for the Padres, Joey Lucchesi.
24-year-old making his 11th start. His scouting report brought to you by GMC. Strikes early, chased late with that fastball and the curve, just like Cole Hamels got Christian Villanueva with that ball in the dirt. Joey Lucchesi can do the same if he gets ahead.
Shin-Soo Choo leading it off here, hitting at 280 on the year and deep in the box on the left side. Choo has reached safely in 37 straight games. 14 homers, 36 RBIs. Hit safely in 8 straight games heading into today's game at .338. Walks a lot too. He's 3rd in the American League in that category with 52. 6th in on base percentage at .393, and largely the reason that he leads off for the Rangers. There's a strike, 2-1.
Good eye at the plate. That's why he's so tough to strike out. He will take that pitch away. He'll take it the other way. And once again, keep an eye on Joey Lucchesi to stay out of the heart of the plate this evening. He's only throwing 91. And that's going to be a big key as well. Pitching backwards, breaking ball in a fastball count.
Just his 2nd start since coming off the DL, the hip injury. Lost to the A's 12-4 last Wednesday, giving up 4 runs in just an inning and 2/3. Was chased from that game pretty quickly.
Don, you and I were talking to some of the Ranger broadcasters before the game, and it's exactly what he said. These hitters grind out at bats. They work the opposing pitcher. They work the walks.
Payoff pitch. And it's on the ground right side. Spansberg slides to his right. Throws out Chu for the first out of the bottom of the 1st inning.
Let's take a look at the Padres defense this evening. Behind Joey Lucchesi is brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. In left field, Jose Perella. First start in left since June 1st. Manuel Margot, familiar with center field. In right field, Hunter Renfroe. On the infield, Villanueva, Galvis on the left side. Right side of Spangenberg and Myers behind the plate, Austin Hedges.
1 down for Elvis Andrus. Andrus had yesterday off. As he'll take a pitch for a ball. Frozen there by Hedges for an extra second there for Tony Randazzo to take a look. A fractured right elbow that had Andrus on the DL from April 12th through June the 17th. He's only been back since last Monday. And the first day that he's had off since his return. Started the year in the leadoff spot for the Rangers. One. Yeah, swing and a miss, 1-2. I would think the first inning would be largely important here for Lucchesi.
Yeah, you want to throw fewer than ideally 16 pitches. That's the major league average. Right now he's at 9. And it's so important. It's like a carbon copy every time a pitcher goes out there. It's got to be strike 1 to be so effective. Then you can expand that strike zone.
Swing and a miss, and Andrus strikes out. First strikeout for Lucchesi, 2 down.
That's a great sign because that's exactly what Austin Hedges wanted. He wanted the fastball. He wanted it up above the belt buckle. He gave him the target, and he hit it. Get it in there. Don't be afraid to bury it in there. Shows you his name and number. A little deception along the way.
2 down here in the first inning. It brings up Nomar Mazara, the right fielder for the Rangers. In there for strike 1. .273, 14 homers and 51 runs batted in. Batting in the 3 spot for the Rangers. That open stance to begin anyway. For the leg kick as he takes the ball, and it's 1-1. The Rangers losing here yesterday 2-0 into their 7-game winning streak. They continue the homestand tonight against the Padres. In for 3. That'll bounce in for ball 2.
Different end of the spectrum too as far as weather's concerned too, huh?
A little bit warmer here. And definitely more on the humid side than it was in San Francisco, to say the least.
Yeah, Rangers used to playing in these environs, so it's got to be tough for especially the first night in, I would say, to adjust to the high temperatures and the humidity.
Two and two. Now, Rangers have a new ballpark ready in 2020 beyond the right field fence here in Arlington, and seems like they haven't been here all that long, but they're moving on to a new ballpark.
I got the same feeling with Atlanta too. I mean, just what, 1996, right?
Yep. Turner Field now a football facility. 2-2 is high, full count.
New place here in Arlington will have a roof.
That is a live look at it.
There's Jerry's World in the distance.
Yes.
AT&T Stadium.
Bigger stadium.
Oh, it's a spaceship.
Payoff pitch coming up for Mazzara. And a fly ball to right field. Renfroe started in, now back a step or two. And he's there to make the catch. It ends the first inning. Luke Casey has a 1-2-3 first. We're scoreless after one.
And you know, over the course of a season, you don't expect to give them a lot of days off, but you can pick one on a travel day after a travel day, and then you're coming into a hot place and just let him breathe, coming off kind of the series he just had, and understand he's going to get going again really quickly.
And that was manager Andy Green on Eric Hosmer, who has the day off today. And that was a little bit of a surprise when looking at the lineup. One might have thought he would be the designated hitter in today's game. But I talked to Eric in the clubhouse earlier. He said as much as he wanted to play, he understands Andy Green's decision. He said he's been scuffling at the plate lately. Hosmer went 2 for 17 in the 4-game series against San Francisco. But Andy Green also said that if you would have asked him a week ago if A.J. Ellis would be the designated hitter in the first American League city that they played in, Andy Green would have said no. And if you would have asked him during spring training, he would have laughed. So, Don Mudd, sometimes you guys just have to play the hand that you get.
Yeah, you never know,
yeah.
Annie. And certainly here, there's a ground ball sharply hit by Pirello right side to Odor. Throws him out for the first out of the inning. You never kind of know what to expect here. A National League team coming into an American League city where you guys now have a DH as a possibility. The team's just not built that way with a DH, so usually it is a position that rotates a little bit. It'll be interesting to see whether Hosmer goes back to first base tomorrow, whether he'll be the DH tomorrow.
A couple of things for me. One is versus Cole Hamels for his career, he's 0 for 13.
That's a big factor.
He's been scuffling, and all the great ones go through it. Hitting 182 in his last 13 games. On-base percentage of 211. There's another. Check the box, right? Everybody goes through it. Nothing wrong with having a day off, like Andy Green said.
One thing you try not to do is to have both catchers in the game at the same time.
Right.
Well, you're not carrying 3 catchers, and that's the case tonight with A.J. Ellis DHing and Austin Hedges doing the catching.
Now here's something that we've talked about. And as long as interleague play is going to go on, I would like to see them switch the rules. I'd like to see National League rules here to give the fans an idea of what it's like when the pitcher hits, and then vice versa. When the Rangers come to San Diego, have the DH in San Diego, so the fans there can experience a few games with having the DHs like.
Certainly be different. Yeah, the American League teams who come into National League ballparks really at a disadvantage because their team largely is put together sometimes around their DH and can't use the DH when they come in. Eric Hosmer off tonight. Back in there tomorrow, and the Padres here for 3 games in Arlington. 3-1 to Ellis, and he'll take ball 4, and down to first base he goes. 1-out walk for Ellis. First walk allowed by Cole Hamels. One out, 1 on, and Freddie Galvis coming up.
Batting 7, shortstop, number 13, Freddie Galvis.
238, 4 homers, and 28 runs batted in. Galvis will line this to left field. Base hit for him as Ellis heads for third base. Chu's throw is going there, and at third, out is A.J. Ellis. He took a look, thought he might be able to beat it, but Chu comes up throwing and throws him out at third base for out number 2.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I saw A.J. rounding second base and not kind of pumping the brakes a little bit. Right in front of him, and it's a perfect throw. A.J. not having blazing speed there. I thought he was going to hold up at second.
So 2 down. Galvis remains at first and brings up Austin Hedges. Popped up foul, backing out of play as Chirinos gives it a look, but it is back and away. Hamels gave up just 1 run. It was unearned in 7 innings, beating the Royals last time out on Tuesday. Swing and a miss, 0-2, and a foul tip. They get a piece of the catcher Chirinos. Home plate umpire Tony Randazzo is going to give him an extra little bit of time here. Bit of a professional courtesy. Chirinos appears to be okay.
Checking his cheat sheets. See that? He's got the little flap on his forearm there. Your little scouting report. Maybe certain counts and what pitches to throw, certain counts with a certain hitter.
0-2 pitch and a swing and a miss by Hedges to strike out. Third K for Hamels. Getting an half done without a score from Arlington. Adrian Beltre coming up for the Rangers to lead it off in the second inning. Highest career average in interleague games, hitting at .333 since 2011 with a minimum of 250 plate appearances. Bill Cabrera at .337, Jose Abreu at .336, and then Adrian Beltre.
Always been fun to watch, isn't he?
He's a terrific guy, too.
Yeah, he enjoys playing the game. I remember him making his debut as a Los Angeles Dodger back in the day.
Time in Seattle, of course, 1 year in Boston, and has really settled in here a long time for the Texas Rangers.
Just don't touch his hair.
No. Well, you can touch his hair, you just can't touch his head. That's the big issue, the head. He will snap. I've seen it many times. Beltre is a 10-5 man, 10 years in the major leagues, last 5 years with the same team. So he has the complete no trade situation, but there seems that there are a lot of teams interested in his services, and whether or not he would waive that at the trade deadline remains to be seen. Red Sox, Indians, Braves, and Phillies appear all to be interested in Adrian Beltre. Hitting at .383, .596 slugging the last 12 games. Doing some DHing, not a lot of third base.
You know, there's a certain respect in this game for certain guys like Beltre, and there's a tremendous respect between John Daniels, the general manager, and Adrian. Heard him on an interview today, John Daniels on MLB Network Radio, and he said, you know what, if it comes up to where it's a doable trade, I will sit down with Adrian and talk about it and see what he thinks. And I think that's showing the respect that Adrian deserves, right?
7 years here with the Texas Rangers. This is year 8. As mentioned, broke in with the Dodgers in '98. Spent 1 year watching him play every day. 2010, and 49 doubles to lead the league that year. 28 home runs, 102 runs batted in, and hit .321. I am easily impressed, but I was really impressed with Adrian Beltre, especially being around him every day. See what he can do for a clubhouse, just his presence alone.
Big time. You can hit the home run, split the gaps with the best of them. Slugging percentage. Fun to watch, bottom line. Plays hard.
Foul back to the screen. We'll do it again, 3-2. As I mentioned earlier, is he a Hall of Famer? I think he is. 21 major league seasons. Debuting in 1998 with the Dodgers, 4-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove Award winner. One of 10 players with over 3,000 hits. He's got over 3,100 now. And 450 plus home runs. Got 466 of them.
He'll have a plaque there.
Payoff pitch coming to Beltre again. And he'll take ball 4. Leadoff walk, pretty good at bat right there. Or to begin things in the second inning. 8-pitch at bat. We're working a walk here. Rougned Odor coming up.
Andy Green doing a little traffic. Be aware of the push bunt, first base side. Kind of be aware of that at first base, Will Myers, so you could possibly get that lead runner at second base on the force.
In there for strike 1 to Rougned Odor. Odor at .226, 2 homers and 17 runs batted in. The fastball running in at 90 miles an hour, missing 1-1. Had a 5-game hitting streak snap yesterday. Pulled off a little bit, 2 for his last 13 at the plate. Spent time on the DL for about a month, April 10th to mid-May with a hamstring strain, left hamstring. Big cut there, and it's 1-2.
Likes to swing it like a lot of these Ranger hitters. That's why they lead the American League in strikeouts.
Get you caught up on the Tigers hosting the Oakland A's. Shifting are the Padres on the right side of the infield. Keep it close to the infield. The double play possibilities. Odor lines one to the shortstop. Galvis. He was in the perfect spot as it turned out. He was swung over towards second base on the shift. And Odor lines one right to Galvis for the first out of the inning.
Frustrating for any hitter. Not to hang with him. He swung the bat well. He hit it where it was pitched, but that ball slicing off the bat. Easy play for Freddie Galvis.
One out, one on, and Jurickson Profar coming up here for the Rangers. Profar 0 for his last 9 at the plate. Overall at 234 with 8 homers and 41 runs driven in. Seen that average pretty much sit at 246 over the last month, 32 games. On the ground, foul outside of first base. I feel pretty much straight away here on Jurickson Profar as Casey is throwing 30 pitches in an inning and a third. He'll work his way around a leadoff walk to Adrian Beltre here in the second.
Boy, Austin doing everything he can to try to frame that last one for Joey. Wasn't set up there. He had to go to his left to try to frame that one on that inside corner. Just the curve.
And Profar sends it in the air to center field, sending Margot backpedaling. And Manuel with plenty of room out there makes the catch for out number 2. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Keys from Texas, in the heart of Texas. Bats heat up, hopefully for the Padres. Kind of quieted down against that San Francisco Giant team. And Joey B. Fuego in the Texas Heat. Joey Fuego, that's his nickname. Hopefully in this weather, stay loose, make some good pitches. And as we speak right now, he's doing quite well against these Rangers. 5 outs so far for the left-hander.
2 down in the second inning for Robinson Chirinos. The catcher hitting under 200. So it's a 197 average coming in. Nine homers, 25 runs batted in for the Rangers catcher. He's now started 56 games for them as catcher. Straightens him up with a pitch in. Well, Casey on the DL with a hip injury. Just the one rehab appearance. He started for Lake Elsinore on June 14th. Tossed 4 shutout innings against Rancho Cucamonga before being activated. Pitched at home at Petco Park and lost against the Oakland A's. 1-1 is grounded foul over by the Padres dugout.
You know, he only had a chance to throw 51 pitches his last time out. And I'm guessing, you know, he got stretched out probably in this rehab assignment. Maybe good for 80 plus pitches tonight. He was just catching too much of the plate, and Andy Green really had no choice. His last start against the A's.
That's strike 3, and Chirinos knew it. Takes with him the second strikeout for Lucchesi. Done with 2 without a score from Texas. All right, thanks very much, Mike, as we play along here to the third inning without a score. And leading it off for the Padres out of the 9th spot is Corey Spangenberg, getting the start at second base today. 234, 6 homers, and 16 runs batted in. Chops one to first, and Guzman is there. Tags the bag for the first out here in the third inning. Well, time now with the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
You're going to focus on Cole Hamels and what he has to sport. How does he get a strikeout? Like a lot of pitchers, they throw the fastball because they throw 97, 98. Well, he's got a few pitches in that toolbox. The cutter, the changeup. We saw the changeup in the first inning. He'll bring it to your knee. And the curveball down by the back foot against a righty. And when you have 2 strikes, that's one tough pitch to lay off.
One down for Manuel Margot. Second time through the Padres order down for Cole Hamels. That was a breakdown of the strikeouts by pitch type.
That's mixing it up. And a hitter cannot really fall into a pattern or think that he's going to fall into a pattern to try to get you out. Keeps you guessing. Cut fastball 37. Change up 26. Only 16 on the heater.
Most wins in any season for Hamels coming in. 17 wins in 2012. Still a member of the Philadelphia Phillies at the time. Here in Texas, he's had 15 wins and 11 wins. Foul back to the screen, hangs at 1 and 2. Originally a Philadelphia Phillies first round pick, 17th overall. June 2002. In the air to right field. Mazzara headed over towards the corner. He'll have room, and he makes the catch shy of the warning track for out number 2. So 2 down, and Will Myers coming up. Will struck out swinging in the first inning. 0 for 1. 3 strikeouts for Cole Hamels so far in the night. And Hamels getting ready for his 40th pitch of the evening. The Padres were here last year as part of a natural rival situation that is rotating right now. Includes the Seattle Mariners and this Texas Rangers team for the Padres. And they'll be back here perhaps next year or the year after that.
I don't get the rivalry.
There really isn't one, I think. I think there's just
Is it
a situation you need to
surprise?
find some people to play
But
in
it
those
should-
instances if you don't have a rival on the other side.
I like the Mariner rivalry.
Yep, I did too.
Share the same complex in Peoria.
Yeah,
It's right up the 5.
there is a link there, I think. This one fouled off. Enjoy going to Seattle. Love the ballpark, of course, Safeco Field, and
Yeah.
we will be going there this year too. So, but I agree with you. I like that natural rivalry with the Seattle Mariners.
Love everything about the Northwest, especially in the summertime. It's a very beautiful city, and Mariners playing well this year.
They
in
are.
fact. And they're making some noise in the NL West, or the AL West.
Surprise, I really think. I mean, the
Yeah.
way they're playing, they're hanging in this deeply into the season where they are.
Yeah.
A very tough division. You get Houston in there. That's going to be very difficult.
Scott Service Manager of the Year possibly at this point.
Could be.
The only bad thing about Seattle, where in the heck can you find a decent cup of coffee in
Yeah.
that city?
Myers fouls it off. Well, look at the standings right now. Seattle 4.5 back of the Astros at the moment.
Kind of tough to, let's face it, Houston is Houston and what they have done and maintained. But still, Seattle hanging in there. 2-horse race.
0-2 to Myers. And a grounder left side. The third baseman, Profar, cuts it off, slings it to first. What an arm. Pretty impressive. Gets Myers to retire the side. Down with 2.5 tonight in Arlington without a score. And today, this is where it stands. Matt Kemp leading left fielders with Harper at center, Markakis in right, Arenado at third, Crawford at short. Albies had a great year at second base. Freddie Freeman at first, and Buster Posey doing the catching right now for the National League All-Star balloting situation. You can vote until July the 5th, and of course the All-Star game is in Washington, and you can watch it right here on Fox. It is the third inning, and Ronald Guzman leads it off. First baseman for the Rangers takes strike one. 224, 7 homers, 29 runs batted in. Foul outside of first. I wonder how big a deal it is for Myers tonight, going back to first base after being away from there this entire season.
I think it's kind of like riding a bike. I think it's not like he hasn't taken grounders over there, probably knowing that he's going to get a shot over at first base again. Sure, very familiar with what he needs to do more in the game as far as positioning.
Did not appear at first base at all during spring training. All outfield work for him, and of course most of that coming in right field when he returned from the DL this week. Andy Green saying that he would primarily play left field. 40th pitch coming up here for Lucchesi.
Here comes the curve.
And a check swing didn't go.
Got to get that release point out in front just a little bit more for it to be effective. You leave that inner half center of the plate, it's not going to break as much. He needs that pitch down and away.
Two balls, two strikes to Guzman with the Shields on deck. On the top of the order, Shin-Soo Choo, as Lucchesi deals with 8, 9, and 1 here in the third inning.
This is a big out here just for that reason. Down the bottom of the order, you want anybody on base as you flip it over to the top of the order.
Swing and a miss. He elevated, and chasing was Guzman. Well, the third strikeout for Lucchesi, one down here in the third inning.
Boy, really a weird at bat for Guzman. He missed up and up for balls, and then he swung at a pitch up and out of the zone. That was a curve once again. Not really a lot of plate discipline right there on his part.
One down here in the third inning brings up Delino DeShields. 229, 2 homers, and 13 runs batted in. At the lip of the grass at third is Villanueva. Grounded to first. Myers is going to hurry up, and will get there. Well, the Shields retired, 2 down. 5 in a row now retired by Lucchesi. Nice play there by Myers. Now it's time for Lowe's whole team together. One thing that the Rangers do is strike out a lot. No strikeouts by hitters. They lead the majors right now in strikeouts. Joey Gallo and the Rangers lineup tonight, 111 strikeouts. The guy Chew at the plate coming up, who walks a lot too, but he has struck out 79 times, and here he is for the second time tonight. Grounded out to second base in the first inning. So far 3 strikeouts for the Rangers offense tonight.
Boy, for Joey Gallo, it's like outhouse or penthouse, one or the other.
All or nothing. Shin-Soo Choo's got some fans here in Texas. 14 home runs out of the leadoff spot for him, as he'll take a strike.
Well, it's an interesting little nugget as we've gone now 1 through 9 now. Choo again. The Rangers have yet to swing at a first pitch of an at bat. Trying to work that count.
Strike call. 3 Ks, 1 walk so far for Lucchesi through 2 2/3. On the ground and a base hit into left field for Chu. The first hit of the night for the Texas Rangers. A very wide turn for Chu, but he'll retreat to first. A 2-out single to left.
Well, Don, you mentioned it earlier. This is why he bats leadoff. That's a good at bat. That ball looks like it's down the middle, but hitting down on that ball, beating the shift. It's exactly his intent right there. He was on that pitch the whole way through, shorting up on the backside and spanking that ball to the left side.
So 2 down, Chu at first, and it brings up Elvis Andrus. Struck out swinging in the first, 0 for 1. And 0 for his last 9 with 5 strikeouts. There's 24-year-old Joey Lucchesi on the mound tonight. Second start since coming off the DL with the right hip strain. Fly ball right field. Renfroe going back. Hunter will get there and make the catch with plenty of room to spare. Done with 3 tonight from Texas without a score.
Man, these guys seem like they have a lot of different lineups. Well, you are not crazy and you are not wrong. The Padres have the second highest number of different lineups used this season with 74, and you can see the Dodgers lead it there with 75. And Andy Green said that there's a number of different reasons for that. Yes, matchups, but also injuries and roster changes. He would like to use less lineups, but he just hasn't been afforded that opportunity yet. But you know, he said these guys are used to it. He said the old guards of baseball would have frowned at all these lineup changes. These players expect it. And he also mentioned that sometimes you got to leave a guy in a spot like they did with Manny Margot. You saw them leave him in the 7 or 8 spot, and he raised his offense quite a bit. Don Mudd, it's interesting with the Dodgers. You might think that less lineup changes would mean more offense, but that's not necessarily the case. The Dodgers have the most, as you saw there, and they are not lacking for offense, as Andy Green mentioned earlier today.
Yeah, no question. And injuries certainly playing a big part of what the Dodgers had to do this year as far as changing their lineup around a lot. That's a lot of lineup change, especially when you take into account that tonight is game number 81 of the year.
I'm a firm believer, and Andy makes a good point. Back in the day, Joe Schmo was your number 4 hitter. I mean, let's go back a few games. That last game in San Francisco, Corey Spangenberg was batting lean up. Lean up. Somebody needs to lean up. And I'm a firm believer, these days, you could throw names in a hat. These are the 8 guys I want to start, and you can pull names in a hat, put them in the lineup. It doesn't seem to be specialized as it used to. The leadoff hitter. You know, the Willie McGee's, the Brett Butlers. I'm going back a ways.
Deep third, and Profar with a long throw. It's going to be off the mark and pulls Guzman off the bag as reaching will be Renfroe. Second time Renfroe's been on. The first one was a double. Now Hunter aboard. We'll see how they're going to rule this on the throw. It was deeply down the third base line. Profar had a long throw.
He rushed it, worked underneath it, airmails it. A good throw gets him.
Going to be a base hit for Hunter Renfroe. So his second hit of the night. Third hit for the Padres in the game. Cole Hamels with his 50th pitch. And fly ball foul off to the right out of play. Christian Villanueva struck out swinging in the first inning. One of 3 strikeouts for Cole Hamels in his outing. Hamels upset with his last delivery. Bounced that pitch in. Not what he wanted. First time of the game the Padres have had the lead runner on as they bat here in the 4th inning. And for the lead at first, held on over there by Ronald Guzman. Bounces another one, and it's 2-1. Rangers as a team are 5-10 in Hamels starts. Individually he is 4-6. The 3.41 earned run average. 16th start for the left-hander. There's a liner to left. Chu coming in. That's going to get in for a base hit as Renfroe takes second. On the single by Villanueva. 2 on, nobody out for the Padres.
Second time around now for the Padres. 1-2, Ofer. Renfroe swinging the bat well, and after the strikeout, a good look for Villanueva. He wants to come down and in again, but it's up. Right over the heart of the plate, but up. Top hand on it. And dumps right in front of Chu in left field for the base knock.
2 on, nobody out, and Jose Perella coming up. Rounded out to second base in the second.
Ooh.
Was that one off Chirino? Second time he's been hit.
Wow. That ball went directly back towards Cole Hamels. That was a solid flush blow right to the grill.
Ooh, yeah, it was. Direct hit.
Oh.
Bannister, the trainer, out there to check on him. The manager out there with the trainer to check on him. Took a bat to the mask in the first inning, so he's been rattled a couple of times. Going to stay in the game here. Keep a close eye on Robinson Chirinos. Two on, nobody out, and Perella with a count of 0-1.
Imagine the force. He just rolling his neck right there. Imagine the force on your neck as well. Not just rattling your head, but all the way down to your neck, through your neck.
Chop to third is an out at third. A throw to first going to be one hopper, and he's out too. Double play. Profar backing up to get the fourth shot on Renfro and then firing to first on a hop. And a 5-3 DP here for the Rangers.
As soon as that ball was hit, he had one thing in mind. Using that base almost as like it's a pitcher's plate for a pitcher pushing off. They getting the sign. Here's the pitch to first. It's in the dirt, but no, I think that's pretty close. Are you going to challenge that?
On the phone right now. They've not made a decision yet. But umpire Tony Randazzo walking over to the Padres dugout, and they are going to challenge. So we'll see. First look, I thought Perella had beaten it out. We'll get a good look on this replay.
I thought he was safe too. Nope.
What do you think? Tough to turn it over on that. Especially where the call on the field is out at the moment. Where it is so close, I'm not sure you can overturn it.
Exactly.
Right now it is a 5-3 double play. Milwaukee in there as well, and they've got a decision made, and he remains out. Padres lose their challenge. So 2 down, runner at second base, and A.J. Ellis coming up. Ellis walked in the second inning. Call standing for the Texas Rangers means there are 2 outs now in the inning, and A.J. Ellis will take ball 1. A.J. walked in the second inning, the only walk served up by Cole Hamels, and now 3 2/3 innings. Ellis been pretty good in this spot. With 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, and being a wave at second, and a check swing grounder towards the shortstop Elvis Andrus. His throw in plenty of time to end the inning. 3.5 done without a score from Texas. Been a recurring theme as the starters have done well for the Padres. Tyson Ross with his 7-inning effort, giving up just 1 earned run. Played Richard 6 innings, 2 earned runs on just 3 hits, and Eric Lauer 6 innings, 1 earned run. So far, Casey with 1 hit and no runs allowed. Works here into the bottom of the 4th inning. Deals with 3, 4, and 5. Coming up for the Rangers, Mazzara, Beltre, and Odor expected to bat in the inning.
Nowadays, you roll a 6 or a 7. You hand it over your bullpen, and that's one of the pluses for these Padres. You're good to go. If you keep your team close, these starters keep them close. Hopefully a little offense. You're on the W side after it's all said and done. But it's been pretty nice to have the bullpen for the Padres come in with a lead this year.
Yeah, lately the problem has been scoring runs for the Padres offense. Pitching's been very good. There's a grounder to third base. Villanueva's got it. 4 out, number 1 to the bottom of the 4th inning. So 1 down brings up Adrian Beltre. Most career hits. Where does he rank? Adrian Beltre, 3,102. Numbers 21st on the all-time list. Tony Gwynn with 3,141, 18th. And I think Beltre's got a lot left in him, and that may be as a DH. We understand that his third base play has not been the same, and he has not played as much third base here for the Rangers this year as he has in the past. He's very good defensively. We saw the Gold Gloves that he'd won down there at third base.
I was just going to say the same thing. He's got plenty left in the tank. You're right. Plays maybe once, twice a week at third base. I mean, he's in great shape. Had 1 200-hit season back with the Dodgers in 2004. But the name of his game, he's been so consistent through his career.
One to Beltre. Beltre walked in the 2nd inning, the only walk served up by Joey Lucchesi in his outing.
Really opening up on that curve there. Same arm speed, almost acts as a changeup. It is. It's a changeup and a curve, hence the name curve. Comes a fastball in. You know, like Eric Lauer has made progress on that fastball into righties. Boy, Joey Lucchesi could do that. And get him over the hump.
All part of his development here at the major league level, and what outings he gets, certainly the more comfortable he seems to get. And full count here with 1 down to Beltre. Ends up losing him here. Ball 4, 2nd time that he has walked in.
It's a whole new ball game with RBI Baseball 18. RBI Baseball 18 delivers an all-new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now. Learn more at rbigame.com. Rated E for everyone.
1 out, 1 on, and Rougned Odor coming up. Beltre saw 8 pitches in the first at bat in which he walked, 6 pitches in the 2nd at bat. So he's seen 14 pitches in 2 at bats tonight and has walked twice. I should say plate appearances, not at bats. Odor will take ball 1. Lined out to the shortstop, Freddie Galvis in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1. A 6-game hitting streak coming in. '60th pitch of the outing coming up for Lucchesi with 1 down here in the 4th inning.
High strike. I think that was a legitimate strike.
Well, 2 strikes on the batter. The Padres going to a shift on the right side. They had played him straight up. Now it's Villanueva going to the right side from third base. 2-2. Outfield straight away on Odor with Beltre at first base and one away in the Rangers' 4th inning. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but it was away.
I think that's one of the hottest fastballs we see tonight from Casey. 92. He's been hovering around 91. And this is that part where he will throw an off-speed pitch here. He'll throw a curve.
Throw to first and scrambling to get back was Beltre. Almost overran the bag there coming back. I think Beltre's too used to being checked on over there at first base. Not known for his speed. Fouled off down the left field line, out of play.
I think he's one of those runners to where you could play the hidden ball trick, like fake throw back to the pitcher, and he'd like kind of wander off the bag. That's a free out.
Saw some delayed steals with him at times over the years. Don't expect him to be going, then all of a sudden he does.
Yeah.
Catches the other team napping.
Now they're kind of bunched over towards second base.
Fouled off again to the left, out of play. Beltre has had 1 stolen base a year for the last 5 years. He's been very consistent in that area.
Be interesting to see if those stolen bases have like a certain date to them, or is it a certain month or a week? That'd be interesting to find out.
I mean, back in the day, earlier on in his career, he had 18 stolen bases in his 2nd year with the Dodgers. This one fouled off and misplayed by a fan in the first row of the second deck. This gentleman right there had it, lost it.
Yeah, ZZ Top.
It's an error. Nice try, though.
Yeah.
A little hot to handle, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
But he had it almost again. Still thinking about it.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and Odor strikes out. That is strikeout number 4 for Joey Lucchesi. 2 down here in the 4th inning.
Watch Joey Lucchesi. Watch when he strikes him out here. Does he think there's 3 outs? Is he heading back to the dugout?
He was going somewhere.
He was. Good pitch, though. Way out in front.
So 2 down here in the 4th inning. Beltre still at first. And it brings up Yerrickson Profar. Well, Robert Stock, who we saw make his major league debut yesterday, now up in the pen.
What a great kid.
I spent some time with him today, interviewing him.
Yeah, for the post-game show, so stay tuned to that one with Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney. Really good kid. Great story.
Bounces in, blocked by Hedges off to his right, taken off his Beltre, and he'll get to second base. Well, Hedges blocked it, but kicked it up the first base line.
Yeah, there's only so much a catcher can do, right? You get in a good position with the ball in the dirt. Where the ball bounces off your chest protector, you really have to see how the squared shoulders towards the infield. That's right. Down to one knee, tries to square up, and it hits just off the right side. And the carom off to his right. That's good base running, too. You see daylight, got to go.
Pitch 70 coming up here for Lucchesi. And a chopper to first base. Myers has it, and he'll tag the bag to end the inning. Now the Rangers leave a runner at second, scoreless through 4. Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Petco, the pet company. And by Nissan. Get to America's best sales event at Nissan for big savings today. Shop ChooseNissan.com. A scoreless game into the 5th inning. Some Padres fans here tonight in Texas. Padres on the road after 4 games in San Francisco, 3 games here in Texas. Beginning with game 1 tonight as we play along to the 5th inning. And Freddie Galvis leading it off here for San Diego in the 5th. Galvis had a base hit to left field in the 2nd inning. So far 7 ground ball outs for Cole Hamels through the first 4 innings. That includes the double play that was turned in the 4th inning by his defense behind him.
That's that breaking ball down and in. That's tough to elevate.
This one elevated foul off to the right, out of play. Galvis, Hedges, and Spangenberg here in the 5th inning expected. Grounded softly down the 3rd baseline. More trickle than anything else, and nothing Profar can do with it. 2nd hit of the night for Freddie Galvis. Starts things here in the 5th inning.
That's one of the disadvantages when you pitch down in the zone. This looked like it was a fastball, and Freddie kind of up out in front of it, catching it out in front, and there that barrel of the bat kind of rolls on top of it. That's just a hang with him for Cole Hamels. It's a good pitch. You'd expect. Looked like a high cutter maybe.
Kind of like a swinging bunt there for Galvis. Didn't go very far, but very effective. Ward with a base hit to begin things here in the 5th, and it brings up Austin Hedges. Strike over the outside corner. Hedges didn't like it.
You know, big key, and Don, you've been here many times. This ballpark, the ball flies. Big key for a pitcher to keep the ball in the ballpark. Both Lucchesi and Cole Hamels. That was 18 home runs. He's allowed 12 of his 18 home runs here at home. So you can get to him here at Globe Life Park.
Especially during the summer.
Yes.
Ball flies out of here and it gets warmer. Obviously it's warmer now, high 90s, and they reach 100 by the 3rd game of this series.
And it's always so windy here. They built it up. That's really why they built it up so high, right? All the way around because of the wind.
Swirling wind here as well because of the fact that it is in. Those are the Rangers offices out there in center field. Apparently they're going to stay there with the new ballpark being across the street. This one chopped to 3rd, and 3rd knocked down. It's fair ball, and everybody's going to be safe. Profar trying to talk Lance Barrett into that being a foul ball down there at 3rd base.
Remember, it's where the ball is touched. That happened so quickly. That was kind of tough right there.
Was Barrett blocked from seeing that ball either? Tough to tell, but a base hit, and it's 1st and 2nd with nobody out. Ultimate infield hits and both to 3rd. So 2 on and nobody out for Corey Spangenberg. They're coming from the corners, anticipating the bunt. And Spangenberg pulls it back for ball 1. Trying to get the runners into scoring position here and give the top of the order, Margot and Myers, a chance to get a run in.
You want Profar to come in and field that baseball. It looked like at shortstop, Andrus was staying around 2nd base. Base runners, as soon as you see that ball off the bat going down towards the turf, off and running.
Ooh. Close pitch, called the ball. 2-0. Popped up third base way. Profar over by the Padres dugout will not have a play. Ends up right in behind the Padres dugout. Happy youngster right there has got a souvenir. If they put the bunt back on again here, they do, and pulling back is Spangenberg to take ball 3.
No, you got to have him hit here. You got to have him swing, right? I would think.
And the hitters count 3-1. Galvis at second, Hedges at first. Nobody out here in the 5th. Pitch 70 for Cole Hamels. And he does swing away and fouls it off. Full count now. Top of the order, Manuel Margot waiting on deck. Padres batting here in the visiting half of the 5th inning in a scoreless game. And Spangenberg appeared to get hit. Apparently off the bat is what the home plate umpire Randazzo is calling for a foul ball. Close to the hands it looked like, but right, foul ball.
He put both hands up in the air indicating foul ball.
Oh yeah, choked up and it hit the knob.
Wow.
So good call by Tony Randazzo, the home plate umpire. Not an easy one either.
No.
Chopped up over the mound towards second. Odor will flip to second. They get the force out there. A backhanded flip there from Odor to Andrews, and they retire Hedges at second base, a middleman. Round number 1 here of the 5th inning.
A lot of infield choppers, infield hits. Padres need to come through with a gapper extra base hit, or maybe something out of the ballpark with the speed of Spangenberg. In this case right here, the Rangers just got to hope for 1. Oh, even that could have been disastrous right there, but good reaction by Andrews on the feed from Odor.
First and third, 1 down, and it brings up Manuel Margot. 0 for 2 in the ball game. He is grounded out to third and flied out to right. With runners in scoring position, pretty good list, and Manuel Margot 4th in that category, getting at 415, tied for 3rd actually with Matt Kemp. Chance to do some damage here and get the Padres on top in the 5th inning. Wild swing and a miss, evens it count at 1-1. Joe's bunt pulls it back and takes a ball.
I'll tell you what, at first base, Guzman, he was charging big time. As soon as he saw that hand go up the bat, he was off and charging. Possibility of a safety squeeze, maybe.
In the air to left field for Margot. Chu watches this one go to left field. A 3-run home run for Manuel Margot, and the Padres take a 3-0 lead. Margot, with his 3rd home run of the year, drives this one out of the yard for San Diego.
Manny, why do you want to bunt? Who wants to bunt? How about the 3-run shot? It's all about location. Middle, in, and up. Up above the belt buckle. It looked like a cut fastball. The rotation out of the hand of Cole Hamels. Some serious launch angle. Almost all the way up the seats in left field. Boy, did the Padres need that.
Will Myers 0 for 2 in the ball game, has struck out and grounded out. A big 3-run home run for Manuel Margot. He has been hitting very well over the better part of a month now. Starting to see the Manny Margot I think we thought we were going to see this year.
And crushing the mistakes like he should be. And when a guy is not swinging the bat well, he's letting the mistakes go by, fouling him back, swinging through him. Not Manuel Margot recently.
Myers with a swing and a miss, and he strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. So 2 down here in the 5th inning. Get you game break from Miami, where the Diamondbacks are taking on the Marlins. Here is Hunter Renfroe at 2 down, bases empty. Well, Margot homered yesterday against the Giants. He homers today against the Rangers. First time Margot has homered in consecutive games since August of last year. Till the tape on his home run, 424 feet. Exit velocity at 106 miles per hour for Manuel Margot. Renfroe lunging after that pitch, finds himself down 1-2.
Might see another breaking ball down and in. Maybe even bounce one on the plate here to Renfroe.
Chopped up the middle. It'll find its way into center field. And Renfroe has his 3rd hit of the night, 3 for 3 in the ball game.
Boy, you know, getting on top of that fastball. He threw him a fastball there. I'm really surprised. But judging by where that fastball was, I don't think Cole Hamels wanted it there. He wanted it down and in. Chirinos was set up down and in. So he missed big time. And credit Hunter for getting on top of that. I think that's one thing I've noticed since he's been back. Getting on top of those pitches up, not working underneath that for the easy fly ball.
Well, Renfroe aboard here with now 2 down in the inning, and brings up Christian Villanueva. Well, the 3-run shot by Manuel Margot means now that he has had an extra base hit in 5 consecutive games. Runner goes. Villanueva swings, and stealing second base is Hunter Renfroe.
As soon as that kick leg went up, he was off and running.
Swing and a miss for Villanueva, who strikes out to end the inning, but the damage is done. With 2 on, Manuel Margot stepped up to the plate and hit his 3rd home run of the year. Gives the Padres a 3-0 advantage halfway through from Texas. All right, Mike Pomerantz, thanks very much as we move along here to the bottom of the 5th inning. Padres with a 3-0 advantage thanks to the 3-run home run by Margot, and second major league appearance for Robert Stock.
We saw his debut in San Francisco. He was so excited, sat down, talked to him before the game. You'll see his interview on the postgame show, but touching 100, working on that slider. That's one of the things he said in the interview. He goes, you know, he's really proud of yesterday's, just, you know, the feeling and the accomplishment, but getting 2 strikeouts with his slider. He's touched 100 miles an hour, but put away 2 giants with that slider that he's been working on.
Chirino struck out looking in the second inning, 0 for 1. And Joey Lucchesi gives up only 1 hit in 4 innings, giving up no runs. Walked 2, struck out 4, and ended up a total of 70 pitches.
Didn't really have a stressful inning.
Total of 3 men left on by the Rangers during the 4th inning effort by Lucchesi. And that one hits him. Kind of leaned into it a little bit. Didn't do much to get out of the way. And Chirino's down to first base to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th.
That was that slider. Just didn't get it out in front enough. Get it out in front, spin it, and it catches the elbow.
So lead runner on here for the Rangers in the 5th. And brings up Ronald Guzman, who struck out swinging in the 3rd inning, 0 for 1. Ball's behind, 2-0.
You know, this is the perfect example how we always preach about location of the fastball. Darren balls it every time. Hey, what does this guy need to work on? If he locates his fastball, he should be okay. You know, you throw 98, you throw 100. It doesn't matter. You start nitpicking around a little bit, you fall behind. Then all of a sudden you try to blow one by a guy right down the middle. These hitters will turn that around. And Austin Hedges doing all the talking right here.
Leadoff runner on for the Rangers here in the 5th inning. 2-0 pitch coming up for Guzman. Inside as he spins out of the way. 3-0. Nobody warming in the Padres pen behind Stock here. Hits the first batter, falls behind 3-0. And there is a strike, 3-1.
He's going to find that these hitters aren't AA, aren't AAA hitters. He had a nice 1.95 ERA in both San Antonio and El Paso.
To right field, Renfroe coming in, and it'll fall for a base hit. Up to second base goes Chirino, and it's first and second with nobody out for the Rangers. It's the second Texas hit of the night.
After falling behind 3-0, you know, hitters can gauge. They gauge the fastball. They can see it. This one he misses location. That one's in. He fights it off. And the fastball's pretty straight.
The Rangers have been pretty good with runners in scoring position lately. As Delano DeShield stands in here on the right side with 2 on, nobody out. Last 8 games at 357 in that category. Just 210 in the previous 25 games.
Something you don't see a lot of in the American League ballparks, right? The sacrifice bunt. I mean, you'll see it once in a while. In this situation, with the way this game is going, they want to get 2 runners into scoring position as Craig Stammen starts to heat up for the Friars.
Well, he drops it down the third baseline, but foul, and it's 0-2. Seven sacrifice bunts this year for the Shields. Does bat out of the 9 spot on this Rangers order. You got the top of the order coming up in Chu and Andrus. Check swing. Did he go? No. They checked with John Lipka, first base umpire. Strike 3 called. The Shields knew it. Takes with him the first K for Stock. 1 down.
It's that slider that Robert was talking about, trying to refine. One of the things that he was told to go down to the minor leagues and work on. A great break, great location. Boy, his body, his momentum was going straight to that outside corner. Got that release point exactly where he needed it to be.
2 on, 1 away. Top of the order, Shin-Soo Choo. 1 for 2 in the game. Grounded out to second base in the first. Single to left in the third. Reaching base in the third inning. It now means 38 consecutive games for Shin-Soo Choo. Reaching base safely. And he'll send one out towards right field. Falling fast, falling in for a hit. Chirinos coming around from second. Here comes the throw. Going to be close. And at the plate, Chirinos is out. Gunned down. The second out of the inning as Robinson Chirinos thrown out at the plate. So the Rangers are going to challenge here. Jeff Bannister looking inward to find out.
Real time, it looked like he was out. I mean, the throw was there, and Austin Hedges really did a nice job. First, let's start with Hunter. He rounded that baseball, all his momentum, a 1 hopper. Yeah. Does he get him on the chest? Yeah, right on the belt buckle.
So first and third now with 2 down after the base hit by Choo. Elvis Sanders the batter. Padres still on top 3-0. And that's strike 1. Andrus 0 for 2 has struck out swinging and lined out to right.
You know, this also gives an indication for Darren Balsley and Andy Green about Robert Stock going back-to-back games. I don't think he's touched 100 this game, but he's touched 98.
Check swing. Did he go? No. There's a check with Lipka again, the first base umpire. Two down, runners at first and third for the Rangers here in the 5th inning. Andrus with a swing and a miss. 2-2. Inning started with Chirinos getting hit by the pitch. Guzman single to right. First 2 reached. Shields struck out. Choo with a single to right field, but thrown out the plate was Chirinos. So 2 down, first and third. Andrus will lift it foul down the right field line, out of play.
Heavy dose of sliders from Stock. And rightfully so. When he's thrown it for a good strike, it's been a bad swing. Needs to get it off the plate just a little bit, knee high. Good chance for a swing and miss.
Fouled off down the right field line, out of play.
Just a little late on 98.
Deuces are wild on the scoreboard and right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. Andrews will get a base hit through the right side. From third comes Guzman, and the Rangers get their first run of the night. RBI single for Elvis Andrews through the right side.
Remember the pitch prior to that, 98-mile-an-hour fastball. He fouled it over the Rangers dugout into the second deck. Back-to-back fastballs, 99. So what does he do here? Just starts it a little early, recognizes that fastball, and that's exactly what you need to do when you got a guy throwing about 100 miles an hour.
So a pitching change. Andy Green out there to make the change. Robert Stock is done. A run in for the Rangers. It's 3-1 Padres. It's time now for the San Diego fans of the game. Join Padres baseball on the road tonight from Arlington, Texas. Globe Life Park. 3-1 the score. And a pitching change for the Padres into the game is Craig Stammen.
All about inheriting runners. Craig Stammen does a fine job at that. He's in his 34th game trying to pick up Robert Stock and hold this Padre lead. And the numbers prove that he has been in that position before and done quite well. Very good splits, quality strikes, and 41 punchies in 36+ innings pitched.
Comes in with Chu at second base, Andrews at first base, a run in. Omar Mazera, the batter, 0 for 2. He has fly to right, grounded out to third base. There's strike one from Stammen. .317 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Wild swing there, and it's 0-2. They're just able to keep it in front of him. No advance for the base runners.
That's a great block. Anticipating the breaking ball in the dirt. Smother and recover.
Stock responsible for the 2 men on. It was charged with a run in 2/3 of an inning. 0-2 pitch coming up. And it's to center field, sending Margot back to the warning track to make the catch in front of the wall. And Mazar gives it a ride to deep center field, but he is out number 3. Rangers get a run back. It's 3-1 Padres. And it'll be Perella, Ellis, and Galvis for the Padres here in the 6th. Back out on the mound is Cole Hamels. 87 pitches deep into his outing. And a first pitch strike in there to Perella. Perella 0 for 2. He's grounded down to second base in the 2nd and mounts into a 5-3 double play in the 4th inning. Action in the pen right now for the Rangers. Barnett up right now. First action we've seen out there for Texas in the game. And here's a drive to deep left field for Perella. That ball is gone. Second home run of the night for San Diego. Jose Perella hits his 2nd of the year. And the Padres back on top by 3 again. It is 4-1 San Diego.
Victim of the long ball tonight out of the hand of Cole Hamels. Manuel Margot with the 3-run shot. He wants this one down around the shins. Well, that's right down the middle. Right down the middle. Out in front a little bit, but right on the sweet spot. Well, hopefully they come in bunches for Jose Perella.
Now the Padres on top 4-1. That's the night for Hamels. The pitching change from Arlington, Texas. of the night for San Diego. Manuel Margot had a 3-run shot. Now Perella's solo shot chases Cole Hamels from the game. Time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question. Who was the first Padres designated hitter to record a home run in interleague play? Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia. Tony Barnett, the new pitcher for the Texas Rangers, as A.J. Ellis stands in and takes strike one from Barnett. Ellis, the DH, has walked and grounded out to short in his first ever game as a designated hitter. On the ground, a deep short. Andrus will round behind it, and the throw to first in time to get Ellis one down.
Tony Barnett enters his 20th game, spent 6 seasons for the Yakult Swallows in the Japanese League. Pretty good numbers, pretty good splits. He's around the plate, that's for sure. Only 5 walks and 23 1/3 innings pitched. Always working out of the stretch. He's got that little hesitation move as well out of the stretch with the leg kick.
In on the grass at third is Profar, and Freddie Galvis will take strike one. Cole Hamels charged with 4 runs in 5+ innings. We have 9 hits, walked 1, struck out 5. Very good numbers against the Padres coming in. Last time he gave up 4 more runs against the Padres was June 26th of 2013. So about 5 years ago to the day short of. It allows 4 in 5+, 2 home runs, Margot and Perella. 0-2 to Galvis. For Perella, his 2nd home run of the year. In the air to shallow right. Second baseman Odor out in short right field for the 2nd out here of the 6th inning.
This copyright telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
2 outs here in the 6th inning, and it brings up Austin Hedges. Struck out swinging in the 2nd, and an infield hit to 3rd in the 5th. 1 for 2. The 9 hits allowed by Hamels, the most he's ever allowed to a Padres team.
And they got to him tonight, and it wasn't like, you know, the home runs are home runs, but the infield singles, they add up. It's just about getting base runners. Those 2 infield singles. 2 runs scored before that home run. Off the bat of the home run of Manuel Margot. Bottom of the order getting on. Top of the order taking care of business.
Barnett has gotten out both Padres that he's faced. Dealing here with Hedges with 2 down in the 6th inning. All 2 strikes down to Hedges. Center fielder Delino DeShields over towards right center. Good size gap out in left center field. For ball 2, 2-2. George Spangenberg waiting on deck. There are 2 outs here, though, in the 6th inning.
You know, Barnett's a pretty good story. Mentioned going to Japan, almost like Michaelis, coming back and reinventing himself. Yeah, good year with Texas last year and the year before.
Hedges strikes out to end the inning, but the Padres get a run on the home run by Jose Perella to begin the inning. His 2nd home run of the year puts San Diego on top 4-1. up top 4-1. Adrian Beltre to lead it off. Craig Stammen back out there again. At the final out of the 5th inning begins the 6th inning. Beltre walked twice, both times against the Padres starter tonight, Joey Lucchesi. So Stammen has worked just a 1/3 of an inning so far. There's a strike, 1-1.
Very important inning right here for the Padres, leading 4-1. When they lead after 6, 25-3. It's a testament to the bullpen holding leads.
Joey Lucchesi started tonight's game on the first 4 innings, giving up 1 hit, no runs. Walked 2, struck out 4, threw 70 pitches. Robert Stock came in, gave up a run. Only that one off painfully off himself as Beltre to even the count at 2-2. On the ground up the middle, Galvis shading to his left beyond the bag at second. The throw in time. 1 down here in the 6th inning. Time now for the answer to our Valley View Casino trivia question. Who was the first Padres designated hitter to record a home run in interleague play? Ricky Henderson, June 12, 1997. Did it against the Angels. One out here in the 6th inning brings up Rougned Odor. Lined out to short and struck out swinging, 0 for 2. And he lines this one into right field for a base hit. Renfroe over to pick it up. Odor back to the bag at first, a 1-out single.
Yeah, runners might round first base aggressively, but they're gonna stop right there when it comes to Hunter Renfroe. When this ball is spanked into right field, yeah, take the aggressive turn. Put some pressure on the outfield, but if he fields this cleanly, spin towards the glove hand side and fires a rocket to second base to hold it to a single.
1 out, 1 on, and Jurickson Profar coming up 0 for 2. Profar fly down to center field in the 2nd, grounded out to first base in the 4th. Lined into center field. Odor up to second base on the ringing single for Profar. 2 on with 1 out here in the 6th inning.
Well, as soon as Austin Hedges put down that fastball sign, you can tell what the intent was for Craig Stammen. Sinker down and away. Boy, he went out and got that one. Trying to induce a double play ball. Sometimes you got to tip your cap. That ball was rocketed to center field.
2 on, 1 away. Robinson Chirinos coming up. Struck out looking in the 2nd, hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. The batting average under 200, coming in at 196 for the Rangers catcher. 1-1 on a pitch running away.
You would think that the Rangers catcher would be in the double digits for grounding into double plays. Not the case. Mazzara leads in that category with 10. He's only grounded into 3 double plays.
Time called late. Stammen had to stop his delivery.
And there's a strikeout as well in that bat. 84. Second place on this Rangers team. We talked about Joey Gallo earlier with 111.
Down to one knee on that cut. So a ball and 2 strikes now to Chirinos.
It's a home run cut on a 2-seamer down by the shoe tops.
Odor at second, Profar at first. 1 down here in the 6th inning. Padres on top 4-1. Swing and a miss. Actually, a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. And Chirinos thought it hit the ground. And Bannister thinks so too. The manager coming out. The umpire is going to get together. Tony Randazzo, home plate umpire, was not sure. So they're going to get together now.
See, I like this. I like them getting together.
It sounded like it hit the dirt. Not sure.
Nope.
No.
Clean catch.
Made the right call.
Yeah.
Now they're going to say a foul ball. Wow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I like the idea of them getting together. Don't like the idea of them getting together and getting it wrong.
Does that amaze you that a call like that can't be reviewed?
Yeah, it's one of the ones that cannot.
I mean, this is plain and simple. I mean, if they were to look at this, that ball changed a little bit of direction, but caught cleanly in the glove of Austin Hedges.
So another opportunity here for Chirinos. Line to left and looks good with that opportunity. Here comes 1 run. Throw goes to second base, and it's now 4-2 as the Rangers get 1 back. So instead of being strike 3 for Chirinos, he drives in a run.
Well, you talk about taking advantage of an opportunity. You know, I think Craig Stammen would be the first one to say, okay, it is what it is. I've got to make a better pitch. That was not one of his best sliders. It was up. It was extended on the outer part of the plate, enabling the hitter, Chirinos, to get extended and pull that ball. He wanted that one down and away.
Adam Simber up in the pen now for the Padres. Already seen Stock and Stammen. 1 out, first and third, and Guzman on a check swing. That's a strike. Wild swing, and it's 0-2. Downfield straight away here on Guzman. Struck out in the 3rd, singled and scored in the 5th. Blocked there by Hedges. No advance for the runners. 3 straight hits here now for the Rangers. All singles, a run in for Texas, making noise here in the 6th inning. Tying runs on base for the Rangers right now, potentially. And that's high for ball 2, 2-2.
Looks like he's not going to give him a fastball for a strike. Heavy dose of off-speed stuff to get to this point. That was a fastball up at 91.
Pitches so far for Stammen since coming into the game. Fouls it off, still 2-2.
Well, that's the pitch. That's the pitch that'll induce the grounder to get 2. He was out in front of that one. It's kind of an upper body swing, kind of all arms. 2-seamer. So it almost looked like he was trying to hook that ball.
In the air to right field, sending Renfroe back and over towards the warning track, and now onto it, and he can't make the catch. Scoring his profile, Chirinos will go to 3rd, and in with a double goes Guzman. It's 4-3 with runners at 2nd and 3rd and 1 out.
That's got to be caught. That's a ball that definitely has to be caught.
You can tell Renfroe was in trouble right out of the gate as he was moving back to his right.
He's so mad right now he wants to eat that glove of his. He knows he should have made that catch.
Andy Green headed to the mound here. That is 4 straight hits allowed by Stammen, but not all of it is his fault. But he has not made a move yet. It is a conversation at the moment. Simber and Erlin up in the pen. It is a sac fly that scores the run. It is an RBI, but an error charged to Renfroe. So an E9 on the play. And now Andy Green will make the change. Want some more time for whoever he's decided to go for here. 4-3, Padres on top of the Rangers.
With hashtag hats off for heroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
The 2 runs here so far for the Rangers in the 6th inning. It's now 4-3, Padres on top with 1 out in the 6th, and Adam Simber, the new pitcher.
I'll tell you what, this is a big time crunch time for Adam Simber. Why? Well, a couple reasons. The Rangers are fighting back. There is no double play in order. There are 2 runners that he inherits and only 1 out. 33rd game for Adam.
Infield in all the way around for the Padres here. Delano DeShields, number 9 man coming up for the Rangers. Tying run 90 feet away.
You know, Adam likes to pitch upstairs, right? This is a case where 2 seamers down to try to utilize that infield end with a 1 hopper right at one of your infielders. 2 strikes, maybe go up and out of the zone.
Shields carves it foul off to the right out of play.
Because something up, he can elevate to the outfield for the sac fly.
On the ground foul outside of first, 0-2. And Wilmar goes center fielder over towards right center field. Somewhat of a gap out in the left center. Playing for DeShields to go the other way. 0 for 2 in this game. He has grounded out and struck out and down 0-2 in the count. Now he'll line one through the right side into right field. Chirinos will score to tie the game. Throw is cut off, and it's now 4-4 here in the 6th inning.
We've seen a couple of hits tonight from the Rangers going the other way like that. When Robert Stock was out there, 99 miles an hour taken the other way. That's good hitting right there by DeShields to tie this one up.
1st and 3rd, 3 runs in. Game tied 4-4. Go ahead run now 90 feet away, and Guzman, who's at 3rd base. Shin-Soo Choo is 2 for 3 from the top spot. Throw over. And back to the bag safely is DeShields. Snap throw to 3rd, and Guzman's back safely. That was pretty close. And hurt is Guzman on the dive back. I'm not sure if he dove back into the leg. But Christian Villanueva, what happened down there?
That was a setup play too, because as soon as that ball was caught at the plate, Hedges was out of the crouch and throwing. Here it is. There he is, Villanueva down to the bag. Oh, he got a
right in the head.
Yeah.
Knee to the head.
You know, as I was concentrating on the head hitting the knee, I was wondering if there was a tag applied and him not being on the bag. You know, there's a lot going on here. Game of twister going on. Yeah, he's clearly on the bag. Looks like Jeff Bannister's looking for the bench, huh?
Coming out of the game. So Guzman will leave this game. God gives him a nice hand as he heads off. Joey Gallo is going to run for him at 3rd base. Pitch was a ball before they fired down there to 3rd base, and Guzman getting kneed in the head. Into the clubhouse for further evaluation, I'm sure. Gallo now at 3rd, DeShields at 1st. One out here in the 6th inning. So far, a 3-run inning for the Rangers. For the first, and back to the bag is DeShields. On the ground, softly hit right side. Coming in is Spangenberg. Can't make the play. Rangers take a 5-4 lead. To third goes DeShields. That's a base hit for Chu, his 3rd hit of the night. Picks up an RBI.
Well, I hate to say it, but that's baseball. Really hit the tar out of that one. Just putting the ball in play, avoiding the strikeout, and see what happens. This is a play that clearly should have been made. It was, yeah, it looks like he had plenty of time to glove. Looks like kind of rushed it maybe a little bit. Clearly a play that should have been made at first base, and the Rangers carrying on here. Still only 1 out.
Elvis Andrus will take ball 1. That run is charged to Craig Stammen. He'll be charged with all 4 runs that score in this inning. In 2/3 of an inning. On a strike now to Elvis Andrus, 8th member of the Rangers to bat here in the 6th inning. In the air to right field. Renfroe on the move. It is going to be caught by Renfroe on the run. Tagging and scoring is DeShields. Throw will go to second, and it's cut off, and it's 6-4 Rangers. Sac fly for Andrus.
Renfroe's had to do some running out there in right field. This ball off the bat, slicing towards the line. You know, at first I didn't think he was going to get to this one.
Here comes Andy Green again. With Nomar Mazara coming up here for the Rangers. He will take the baseball from Adam Simber. A pitching change here. 2 down in the inning. Rangers have a 6-4 lead. Robbie Erlin coming in. for Padres pitching and for the Padres in general. 5 runs scored in the inning for the Rangers, and a new pitcher, Bobby Erlin.
3.07 ERA in 6 all-time interleague games. That's 4 starts for the left-hander Robbie Erlin, the swing guy. Now you see the walks and the strikeouts. That's nice. He's got to stay out of the heart of the zone as well against these Ranger hitters. It seemed like there's been 1 out. Now there's 2 outs, but it was 1 out for a long time in this Ranger inning.
Czar becomes a 9th member of the Rangers to bat here in the 6th inning. 5 of them have scored to this point. Czar 0 for 3 in the game as he bats with Chu at second base. In there for strike 1. Czar's fly to right, grounded out to third, and flied out to deep center field. Last time up, taking Margot all the way back to the wall in straightaway center. Turns on this and fouls it into the seats. Originally drafted by the Texas Rangers in 2009. And from the Rangers to the Padres trade deadline of 2011. Good pitch, and that's strike 3. Erlin makes quick work of Mazar, ends the inning, but the Rangers take a 6-4 lead to the 7th. How about a 3-run home run from Manuel Margot in the top of the 5th inning, put the Padres on top 3-0. They would make it 4-1 on a solo home run by Jose Perella to left field. Then what appeared to be strike 3 was not. Umpires got together and said that it hit the ground, was a foul ball, giving another opportunity for Chirinos, who doubles this in, and another run for the Rangers. Fly ball to right. And misplayed out there by Renfroe. An error charge to Renfroe opens up the floodgates for the Rangers. They score 5 times at the bottom of the 6th inning to take a 6-4 lead. Chu driving in the go-ahead run. So Lucchesi 4 innings, giving up 1 hit, no earned runs. Cole Hamels 5 innings, 8 hits, won't be part of the decision either. Margot and Chu leading things offensively for both clubs. And here is Corey Spangenberg to lead it off in the 7th against Jose Leclerc, the new pitcher for the Rangers.
Well, now that they have the lead, Jeff Bannister can go to his guys in the bullpen, his late inning guys, and Leclerc is one of those. You go along with Martin. Kella is their closer. Now it's bridging the gap. Leclerc, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 28th game for the right-hander. Really good splits. Can get a little wild. 15 walks.
Spangenberg with a swing and a miss. Down 1-2. He is 0 for 2 in the game. Joey Gallo staying in the game at first base. Took over for Ronald Guzman, who got injured as part of the inning at third base. Spangenberg to be followed by Margot, and Myers scheduled to bat here in the Padres' 7th inning. Hold off to the left out of play. Outfield play for Spangenberg to go the other way. Delano DeShields, the center fielder, into left center.
I've noticed Corey choking up. Remember that foul ball off the knob of his bat, but you know, even now this at bat, trying to create some good bat control, hit the ball hard where it's pitched, maybe flare one down that left field line. That's where they're shading him, as you mentioned, Don. A lot of space in between the bag and Profar at third.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out for the first out of the 7th inning.
Tomorrow, the World Cup continues on Fox and FS1 with a full slate of matches. It all kicks off at 6 a.m. Set your alarm. 6 a.m. Pacific, with France taking on Denmark. And then later, Messi and Argentina face off Nigeria. The World Cup on Fox and FS1, or stream it all live on the Fox Sports app.
One down in the 7th, and it brings up Manuel Margot. Hit that 3-run home run back in the 5th inning. Prior to that, had grounded out and flied out, so 1 for 3 game for Margot. Fly ball headed to center field. Delano DeShields will make the catch for out number 2. So a 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Brings up Will Myers, who tonight got a start at first base, with Eric Hosmer getting the night off tonight, game 1 of the series, and the return to first base for Myers, at least for a night anyway. The ground one down the third baseline, foul. Myers struck out in the first, grounded out in the third, struck out again in the 5th inning. Chops it to third. Profar has got it even with the bag. Throw is good, and the inning is over. Padres down in order. 7th inning stretch. 6-4 Rangers. sirloin, chuck, and brisket. Only at Jack in the Box. By Kona Brewing Company. Enjoy a Big Wave Golden Ale or Longboard Lager today. And by Evans Tire and Service Centers. Home of the buy two, get two. 6-4 Rangers on top of the Padres. Robbie Erlin back on the mound again to begin the 7th inning. And it's Adrian Beltre who leads it off. Beltre led it off in the bottom of the 6th inning, the 5-run inning, but he grounded out to shortstop to begin that inning. Beltre walked twice earlier in the game, and now will take a ball 1-1. Wild swing and a miss for Beltre.
You can go soft on this guy. That's evident. Down and in. You can even bounce one on the plate. 1-2. See if he bounces one and has Austin Hedges go to work and keep it in front of him.
Swing and a miss, and Beltre strikes out for the first out of the 7th inning.
That is a really good yacker from Robbie Erlin. Get up top, left-hander, and spin it. And now Darren Balsley and Andy Green talk about throwing pitches with authority. That's throwing that pitch with authority. Conviction.
2 strikeouts for Erlin since coming into the game. Got Mazzari in the 6th inning and gets Beltre. Begin things here in the 7th. Rougned Odor bunts out and tries to drag bunt, but Erlin will get there. His throw not in time. Bunt single with 1 out for Odor.
I think Robbie Erlin did everything he could on that play. Just the speed of Odor is the difference. He was getting down that line.
So 1 out, 1 on. Jurickson Profar the batter. I mentioned that Guzman left the game. He's currently undergoing Major League Baseball concussion protocol. So they're testing him right now.
Do you know what that entails?
I really don't. But I do know it's extensive now, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
1-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Action to the pen now for the Rangers. As Martin, the right-hander, is up. Chris Martin was just activated on Friday from the 10-day DL with a right calf strain problem. Profar has fly to center, grounded out to first, and singled to center field. Runner goes, and the pitch is low and outside. Throw ends up in center field. So a stolen base for Odor does not advance any further. Odor just kind of took off on Austin Hedges.
Sometimes, like an infielder being a little bit too quick, drops the elbow to kind of push that baseball, and that's the ball thrown into center field. Let's take a look. Austin's always been quick to the ear, the snap throw, just working underneath it a little bit. And Corey Spangenberg is not tall to catch that one on the fly.
1 out, Odor now in scoring position. Rangers keeping the pressure on here, trying to add on to a 2-run advantage. And that is called a strike. As Profar thought he had ball 4, was headed to first. It's bad news from Tony Randazzo, the home plate umpire. Time call very late, and following through the pitch was Erlin. Everybody kind of ducking for cover. leadoff pitch. And that's ball 4. Down to first base goes Profar. First walker out by Erlin. Bring up Robinson Chirinos. Chirinos struck out looking in the 2nd. Hit by a pitch in the 5th. And then ended up with an RBI single in the 6th inning. 9 home runs on the year for Chirinos.
There's a ground ball in the infield, out of the reach of these infielders. You've got to dive, get dirty, prevent that run from scoring. At least try to get an out at one of the bases. Big lead at 2nd.
Whoa, we got people running and now going back to bases. Well, Odor started and stopped at 2nd base, which caused Profar to start and stop at 1st base. And Profar had to dive back to the bag at 1st. He thought Odor was going because he deked him. Check out this.
Yeah, and by the time Robbie Erlin committed, you know, you're set to throw to the plate. You got it in your mind. You're right. He had a huge jump.
Lead runner kind of drives the bus on that, and he almost got caught in a jam there, but very fortunate to get back safely. Fouled off 1-2 over by the Padres dugout. Robbie Erlin coming in, able to get Mazzara to end the 6th inning by striking out. Got Beltre to strike out to begin the 7th. One single by Odor, the walk by Profar, 2 on, 1 away. And he's ahead of Chirinos here, 1-2. Popped up, foul ground. Myers going over as far as he can, but that'll make the seats by a lot.
You know, I was just thinking, you know, I think we've seen a lot of infield choppers and like ground. Both these teams strike out a lot, right? What's that mean? That means they swing from their backside a lot, right? They want to off-speed stuff from pitchers. I mean, I think that's the equation. Big swing, big hack, launch angle, soft, barrel rolls, grounder. That could be one of the reasons. So heads up infielders.
1-2 pitch coming up here. And this is driven to left down the line towards the corner, and it's going to be off the wall. Odor coming around to score. They're waving Profar. Now they stop him. 1 run is in, 2nd and 3rd. It's an RBI double for Chirinos, and it's a 7-4 Rangers lead. That ball almost got out of here to left. Second hit, 2nd RBI for Chirinos of the night.
And when you don't get the soft stuff, you obviously look for the fastball, right? With the types of swings, that's a fastball right down the middle at 91. Talk about getting extended. Not enough launch angle to get that one out of the yard.
Second and 3rd infield in. Joey Gallo batting for the first time. They shift on him on the right side as it is blocked here, knocked down anyway by Hedges. So they got the infield in, but they're shifting with the infield in on the right side. Galvis, Spangenberg, and Myers on the right side. Villanueva keeping that runner close to the bag at 3rd, but the entire left side open. Joey Gallo did not start in this game, but took over a pinch running for Guzman, who left the game after being kneed in the head at 3rd base. 18 home runs for Gallo on the year, 42 runs driven in. And he'll take strike 1.
You know, I know this is a different situation with base runners, but did you see the Houston Astros shift they put against Gallo earlier this year? They had everybody on the right side. The outfield was shifting over towards right field, right center field, but no infielder on the left side. They had 4 on the right.
Popped up into shallow left as now Galvis goes back over to a shortstop spot and makes the catch. Went a long way to make that grab on the infield dirt. The wind played with that too.
The wind is howling. And just as that ball went from second base area over towards third base, that's exactly where that wind directed for Freddie Galvis.
It's a swirling wind in here with it being closed in, and watch Galvis. Wow. Where he started, where he ends up.
And that's a tough play when you're going that way and the ball's going away from you. You got to chase the ball.
There's your breeze, and it is blowing in partially and out to left. I mean, they get flags all over this place doing different things. So 2 down. Chirino sits second. Profar third, and here's Delano DeShields. Single to drive in a run as part of the 5-run 6th inning for Texas. I'm not kidding. You look up to the flags and right, they're blowing out. You look to left, they're blowing to left. I mean, which is it? You got wind blowing all over this park.
I know it's blowing everything in our booth all over the place.
And so it's blowing in too somehow.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. DeShields lunges after that.
Kind of remember those days at Candlestick when you had to really keep your feet moving. You could not be anchored underneath a fly ball. You got to be on the balls of your feet and moving, almost like a guy playing defense on basketball. You never know which way it's going to go.
Fouled off to the right out of play. A lot of times you see outfielders grab a clump of grass and kind of throw it up in the air to see which way it goes. You do that here and it's like a tornado effect where it just swirls. It's no good. Tells you nothing.
Paper or plastic?
It's like plastic in this case.
Yeah.
No 2 pitch coming up here to DeShields. Up and away, 1-2.
Where was it we were talking about dark outfields too? Because it looks like the corners here are kind of dark.
Turner Field in Atlanta.
That's right.
Yeah, you're right. I do see the shadows in right field and in left. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Big shadow out there by Perella to his right. In the corners here. One-two pitch coming up. And DeShields chops it left side. The shortstop Galvis will go to first in time to make the play that retires DeShields. And the side. Rangers had a run, take a 7-4 lead to the 8th. All right, Mike, thanks very much as we play along here to the 8th inning. And the new pitcher, 6'8", right-hander, Chris Martin into the game.
Yeah, long stride, knees and elbows coming right at you. His 25th game for the right-hander. Four-seam fastball, mid-90s. Pretty much a slider, and he'll throw a cutter as well. Once in a while, sneak in a sinker and a changeup, but there you see the splits. Pretty good splits for lefties. When I look at a split like that, it's not the case every time. But a pitcher may be thrown to one lane consistently, like lefties 333, right? So he's away, away, away. Let's see if he pitches in a lot, or has trouble going down and away to right-handed hitters.
Renfroe takes strike one to begin things here in the 8th inning. 3-hit night tonight for Renfroe. Double in the first. Infield hit to third in the fourth. Single to center in the fifth. His first stolen base of the year tonight in the 5th inning. And he's charged with an error in right field. It's been an eventful night for Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe, Villanueva, and Perella here in the top of the 8th inning. In the air to shallow right. Out goes Odor. Zara coming in from right, but it's Odor, second baseman, who makes the catch on the short lawn and right. One down in the 8th.
You know, also just noticed on a night like tonight, you mentioned the wind, Don. Hunter Renfroe was halfway to second base on that. High fly ball, you got to bust your tail out of the box. You got to go. Hey, 99% of the time, probably catch it. But that one time, especially in a game like this when you're trailing, you need base runners. So it was good effort right there. Good hustle by Hunter.
One down in the 8th, and it brings up Christian Villanueva. Christian has struck out twice and singled to left field. 7 in a row retired by Rangers pitching right now with one down in the 8th. Foul back to the screen, 1-1. Fastball that was up.
You know, there's such thing as a hanging fastball. Believe me. Been there, done that. We always hear about the hanging breaking ball. Well, you can hang a fastball too. And they can turn it around. He missed that one there. Change up.
This is down and in, and it's 2-1 now to Villanueva. Well, Hamels started this game, went 5+, giving up 9 hits and 4 runs. He left the game, he was trailing 4-1, not part of the decision now. Tony Barnett now the pitcher of record for the Rangers, who have a 7-4 lead. Fly ball to center field. Delano DeShields out there waiting, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Time now for the top tier play, brought to you by Arco. Jose Perella with home run number 2 of the year. Solo shot in the 6th inning. Top of that gave the Padres a 4-1 lead at the time. And that was the end of the night for Cole Hamels, giving up that home run. Now Perella bats with 2 outs, bases empty in the 8th. 8 in a row retired by Rangers pitching. On the ground up the middle, ranging is Odor to the backhand. Defensively, he was in a perfect spot. It's a 1-2-3 8th inning. It's a 7-4 Rangers lead. Worked to the last out of the 6th, the 7th, and starts the 8th. The top of the Rangers order coming up. Shin-Soo Choo to lead it off. 3 for 4 in the ball game. 3 hits and an RBI. This one foul back below us.
Well, Robbie needs a quick inning right here. 3-run deficit, and then hopefully the Padres getting the bat in their half. Swing the hot shillelaghs. The weather's hot, and hopefully those bats can heat up. It's going to be tough, though. We got a closer who's been throwing the ball really well.
Swing and a miss by Choo. What he does best, that's getting on base. 3 times in this game with the 3 hits. Top of the order for the Rangers. Kind of setting the table. Swing and a miss there, fooled on the Robbie Erlin pitch, and that's a 3rd strikeout for Erlin. 1 down here in the 8th inning. Well, join us tomorrow for game 2 of this 3-game series against the Rangers. It'll be Tyson Ross matched up against Austin Bibbins Dirk. Will be on the mound tomorrow. 1-1 is Dirk's the 4.58 earned run average. On the other side for Tyson Ross, who's pitched very well for the Padres. Just didn't get much run support in his last outing.
You know, that's the only thing you can control, Don, right? Throwing frames out there, throwing zeros, staying out of trouble. He is locked in. Familiar with these environs here in Texas.
Yeah, pitched here last year for the Rangers. Really never very healthy, though. You got that impression.
Yeah.
And had some tough numbers with the Rangers last year.
Remember during the interview I had with him, he said, you know, I'm finally feeling like I'm the pitcher that I know I can be. After the surgery, your body takes its own sweet time. You need some time. And he said that was evident this offseason to where he could train and have his body heal and then get ready for this season. Have you ever thought about going with a hyphen in your name?
I have not. No, that never crossed my mind. You?
Not really. It's a different look. Not many big leaguers have had the hyphen.
There's a ground ball to short. Galvis to his left. And it is in time. 2 down. Elvis Andrus retired. Nomar Mazara coming up here for the Rangers. 0 for 4 in the ball game. Right fielder, number 3 hitter for the Rangers. 4 in a row retired right now by Robbie Erlin. This will bounce in off the shoulder, it looked like, of Hedges, and over by the Rangers dugout. Yeah, getting ready is Kella in the pen. Keone Kella, closer for the Rangers. Also, Jake Diekman is up there in case if the Rangers add on, get a few more runs, and it's not a safe situation, then we would see Diekman. Ground ball left side, Villanueva, deep third, will make the throw, but have no chance. They should throw to first base. He'll be out because he turned in at first base, and time is now called for some reason by the first base umpire. I'm not sure what happened there. He should be out. Mazzara went towards second base, but apparently he injured himself. But even though his turn was towards second base when he got bagged by the bag at first. So Andy Green wanted that tag at first base, which would have made him out. The umpire called time. After he hits the bag at first, that's when he starts running in. He also injured himself at that point, but then he turns in.
I'm wondering, and this is just wondering, if in the umpire's judgment, if that was a commit or not. Who knows? But why not tag him anyway, right? Let the umpire sort it out.
And Mazzara coming off with his injury, and we'll see. So here's what we saw, him going inside the line there, and then bring himself on the play, leaves the game. So another pinch runner here for the Rangers. They have lost 2 players in this game to injury. Carlos Tachi running at first base. This one down the right field line, and a foul ball to the right of the pole. Let's revisit our keys to the game. Brought to you by Honda.
Well, bats heat up. I was hoping for some hot bats. 9 hits, 2 home runs, 4 runs scored. They had the lead, but it was a tough 6th inning. And then Joey Bufuego in the Texas Heat. 4 innings, 1 hit. He threw well in those 4 frames. No runs. He struck out 4 Rangers.
Second strike in there to Adrian Beltre. Another throw over, and back is Tochi again, who is pinch running at first base. Omar Mazzara leaving the game. Earlier, Ronald Guzman left the game. So a couple of injuries here tonight for the Rangers, to their key players. In the air to shallow right. Out goes Spansberg. In comes Renfroe, and Renfroe will make the catch. It sends us into the 9th inning. Padres trail 7-4.
What that means is I was raised in Tucson from 2 years old until I was 21. And then I had a fight out here in California when I was like 20 years old that I took on short notice, and I met my coach, Eric Del Fiero, and then he said, hey, if you keep coming out here and keep winning, we'll get you a team together and we'll get you going.
Inside San Diego Sports takes you inside the world of local mixed martial arts. This is tomorrow following Padres Live, the post-game show. No way you get me inside one of those rings.
Well, Kella coming into the game here for the Rangers. The closer with a 3-run lead for the 9th inning.
Pretty live fastball. 18 of 18 in these save opportunities. About 96, 97. He also throws a curveball and mixes in a changeup once in a while.
A.J. Ellis has walked and grounded out twice as he takes the strike, and it's 1-1. The fastball at 96.
And he's over the top and he gets that good downward plane.
A.J. Ellis, the DH tonight for the Padres, playing in American League ballpark. Longest consecutive save streaks. He's got 20 consecutive dating back to last year. Joe Nathan, the all-time leader in that category for the Rangers, 31 consecutive saves. And a ground ball to shortstop. Andrews to first base for out number 1 of the 9th inning. Time out for the Bill Howe play of the game, and we go back to the Manuel Margot home run in the 5th inning. A 3-run shot for Manuel Margot, his 2nd home run in the last 2 days, and his 3rd home run overall the year. Time gave the Padres a 3-0 advantage. They would have a 4-1 lead at one point in this game, but Rangers with a run in the 5th and 5 in the 6th. Added another run in the 7th. The changes for the Rangers. Tochi staying in the game now in left field, and moving from left to right is Chu. And Galvis down 0-2. Travis Jankowski has come out on deck here for the Padres. He would pinch hit for Austin Hedges. A sore quad yesterday that kept him out of the game. Swing and a miss, and Galvis strikes out. 2 down in the 9th inning. 11 in a row retired by Rangers pitching. 2 down.
Well, we know about the fastball. There's the curveball way out in front of it. Even though that's a hanger, Freddie Galvis way out in front. Open up that front side big time.
2 down in the 9th inning. Jankowski pinch hitting here for Austin Hedges. Austin had been 1 for 3 tonight. There is strike 1 at 97. .285, a home run. 7 runs batted in for Jankowski. Him on the grass at third is Profar in case Jankowski tries to bunt his way on. Outside for ball 2. (7-4) Rangers on top. 2 down in the 9th inning. It'll take something from Jankowski if we are to continue. And we'll get something. A base hit into center field for Jankowski. Well, Travis on here with 2 down in the inning. That one gets away. And now Jankowski will take second base.
That's quite a battle for Jankowski off a pitcher like Kella, who's been perfect. Got nasty stuff coming off the bench.
Single and an error charge of the Shields in center field. Not sure what happened.
He squares that fastball up.
Right through the wickets.
Yeah, just overran it, looks like. You know, thank goodness, was it Chu backing up there? Because he made no effort.
Yeah, it was. On its second, 2 down. And Corey Spangenberg will ground one down the third baseline. Keller goes to get it. His throw is going to be not in time. And the Padres will bring the tying run to the plate. Infield hit for Corey Spangenberg.
This was a tough play for Keller. I mean, he did everything he could. He got to it. Falling off to the right a little bit, first base side. Now he slides. Now he's got to kind of load up and let her rip. Just beats it out. Good call by first base umpire John Lipka.
So first and third, 2 down. Manuel Margot coming up. Tying run to the plate with 2 outs here in the 9th inning for the Padres. They had nothing going with 2 down in the 9th inning. 11 in a row had been retired by Rangers pitching. But the pinch hit single by Jankowski, the infield hit for Spangenberg, and all of a sudden here comes the tying run. 2 home runs allowed this season by Keller. Margot going the other way to right field. Chu coming in, and he'll make the catch. It ends the ball game. Padres will strand 2, and the Rangers will take game 1 of the series. They hold on to win it 7-4. It's time for Padres Live. Mike Pomeranz, what's in store?